over 1,000 years ago by the 4 greatest witches and wizards of the age. Godric Gryffindor, Helga Hufflepuff, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Salazar Slytherin.
Star Wars with sucky lightsabers. It is a direct ripoff of Star Wars. I am positive of it. Have you ever looked at them side by side? Oh, what do we have here? It's a young, male, orphaned protagonist who, for his own safety, has been sent to live with his aunt and uncle until a mysterious bearded stranger, who's actually the one to deliver him to his aunt and uncle when he was a baby, comes into his life and starts to teach him about this ancient kind of magic. Granted, he's going to learn a lot more about this magic from an older, wiser wizard who's high most of the time. Regardless, his uncle is totally against this magic stuff. He won't even tell him what really happened to his parents. But against his uncle's wishes, he leaves home for the very first time, makes some new friends, meets a pretty, impetuous young girl, and though there will be an odd sexual tension between the two of them throughout, he will only ever love her like a sister while she struggles with the feelings that she has for his best friend, the scruffy comic relief.
Okay guys, so I wanted to do more Harry Potter videos, and as the stories keep going on and I find more information after the years that I watched it when I was very young in my age and stuff from, I believe it's now 12 years old or something like that, or no, I'm sorry, 11 years old since the last one ended in 2012 or 2011, something like that. But the point is that J.K. Rowling has found inspiration from 3 different, you want to go supernatural, mythical, sci-fi type shows and stuff. Let's start with the first one, guys. So I hope you enjoyed those 2 clips that I showed with the Narnia clip. It's a great theory about the 4 siblings where they travel to Narnia, and basically you give them Salazar Slytherin, Godric Gryffindor, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Helen Hufflepuff. I'm sorry if I butchered any of their names. I apologize. It's been a while since I've read Harry Potter. And then obviously the lion just being their pet. But it's a great theory that how that comes into play, and I really enjoy that aspect of J.K. Rowling finding inspiration and information from that, and taking information and factual stuff from that and adding it to her idealist philosophy of Harry Potter and design it. Now, in no way, shape, or form do I hate Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. I love Star Wars. I watched Narnia when I was a kid. I love that too. But the other one is, let's move on to Star Wars. Now, I know that clip kind of gets a little offensive by saying J.K. Rowling didn't write a masterpiece. She wrote Star Wars with sucky lightsabers. And if you put side-by-side stories, there are some similarities. You know, Harry's the antagonist, protagonist, and Harry only likes Hermione as a brother and sister. Now, obviously, prior to Return of the Jedi, we don't know that Leia and Luke are siblings, so it's kind of the same thing, is that they truly just like each other, like a brother and a sister. Whereas the Ron and Hermione thing, obviously Ron is worse in the movies and he's more of a comic relief than he is in the books, versus where Han Solo is always that comic relief in the book, well, in the movie, because there really isn't a book at that time that is written for Star Wars. But for Ron, it's more dirt. Like, they did him worse in the movies than they did in the book, but that's that. So there are similarities there as well with, you know, oh, the Dark Lord, and then, you know, you go into episode 9 of Star Wars as well, and you think about it, it's like, they just basically took a Harry Potter trick out of the hat and brought back a guy that died. Basically, it's Harry's mom's death did absolutely nothing whatsoever. Anakin, Darth Vader sacrificing himself to save his son did nothing whatsoever. So, I mean, there you have it. Both stories, and I hate to talk about episode 9, but both stories basically have the same concept. Now, the other one, though, I want to talk about is Lord of the Rings. I'm only going to bring up one part that J.K. Rowling does take from it, and that is the ring itself from those 3 movies. Now, obviously, The Hobbit and yada, 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 whatever you want to talk about. But The Hobbit is not really that... You can't really find the inspiration there. Obviously, yes, you find the ring in The Hobbit first, and then Lord of the Rings. But the ring's idea is that you put it on your finger, you turn invisible. But I believe the guy's name is Modu or something. I don't even remember the villain. It's been a long time since I watched the movies. But whatever his name is, or Mordo, something along the lines of that. The point is that he can see even if you put the ring on your finger. And it's kind of the same thing here. In year 2, whatever you want to call it, episode 2, whatever you want to call it, Harry Potter 2, I feel like Dumbledore always knew, because I feel like James did give the invisibility cloak to Dumbledore, and then Dumbledore passed it off to him, and then Harry passed it off to, and you know the story of like the 3 brothers. But that's not the point. The point is that the invisibility cloak, I think Snape kind of knew as well. He like grabbed it, but felt something weird there. So ultimately, yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, guys. But do you think that this is kind of accurate, where J.K. Rowling got her inspiration from? Lord of the Rings, Narnia, and Harry Potter. I mean, there are a bunch of other stories. You can look it up yourself. But let me know your thoughts in the comments and stuff. I want to hear what you have to say about these takes and stuff.